Hello? Is this the right line account for Clara Hartford?
Yes, can I help you?
Nice to meet you. My name's Judy. I've heard so much about you from Sam. You're Sam's wife, right?
Yes, Sam is my husband. But who are you? Are you one of Sam's employees?
Employee? LMAO, no. I'm his girlfriend.
His girlfriend? You know you're dealing with a married man, don't you? What you are is typically called a mistress, not a girlfriend.
Lol, you've got it all wrong. I'm not Sam's mistress. I'm his true love.
I see. So, what can I do for you, Miss Sam's true love?
Lol, isn't it obvious? I want you to break up with him. Give him a divorce, okay? You're just getting in our way.
Excuse me? How am I getting in your way?
Duh. I can't marry Sam until you divorce him, you dried-up old hag. You're getting in the way of our love. Get it now? LOL.
Yes, it's all very clear now.
Oh, and by the way, I'm pregnant, and Sam's the father.
Is that so?
I'm in my 6th month. You wouldn't want this baby to grow up in a fatherless home, would you? Wouldn't that be sad? So hurry up and give him a divorce, LOL. A rich and powerful CEO like Sam deserves a young and beautiful wife like me. Not an old hag like you.
All right, I've heard your piece. If you're really pregnant, I suppose there's only one thing to do. I'll go and have a talk with Sam. Could you wait for just a moment?
Sure, whatever. But be quick, okay?
Sam, I just got a message from a girl named Judy. She says she's pregnant with your baby.
Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, boy.
I saw her profile picture. She seems quite young. How old is she, Sam?
23, I think.
She's more than 20 years younger than you? You're old enough to be her father. Aren't you a lucky man? I believe I remember you telling me you'd never do this again.
Well, you see, it's like this.
I told you, didn't I? If you ever cheated on me again, we'd be through.
Hey, wait, Clara. I'm really sorry. I mean it this time. Please don't do this.
Oh, yes, you're in quite a predicament, aren't you? If the CEO of a company were having an affair with a girl 20 years his junior, that might harm the company's image, wouldn't it? I think the board of directors might like to hear more about this.
No, wait, please. Clara, listen. I totally get it, you're right. But please don't divorce me.
What are you planning to do about that girl, Sam? She's already 6 months pregnant. The baby will be born soon.
Yeah, about that. I was thinking I could pay her child support and make her sign an NDA. That'd solve all her problems, wouldn't it?
That wouldn't solve anything. Oh, I'm getting tired. She's pregnant, Sam. You need to take responsibility. Divorce me and marry her.
No, Clara, please!
However, I can make this a clean and easy divorce with just one condition.
You can?
The main issue is your affair being uncovered, isn't it? I'll come up with a good reason to have an amicable divorce. All you need to do is marry Judy before the child is born. I won't ask for any punitive damages or alimony. Just give me my share of our assets.
Are you sure? Is that really all you want? What's in it for you?
What's in it for me? Getting rid of my lying, cheating husband, for starters. I don't feel like dealing with any more messages from your mistress. Our kids are all already adults, so there's really nothing keeping us together at all now. We'll each take what's ours and part ways.
Really? You're okay with that? Oh, wait, what's the one condition? What do you want me to do?
The one condition is this. Don't have any contact with your mistress until the divorce is finalized.
That's really all you want from me?
If you want to hide your affair, it's best to leave as little evidence as possible, right? You can do what you wish with her after the divorce. So, what do you say? Do you agree to my terms?
Yes, of course! Anything to keep my affair from getting out. Clara, I'm really sorry about everything. I hurt you a lot, I know, but... Hey, you're free now, so go and be happy without me.
Yes, indeed, free as a bird. I'll contact my lawyer and have him draw up the divorce papers. I'll send them to you after I sign them.
Got it!
Hello, Judy.
Finally. What took you so long? So when are you getting divorced?
Let me ask you something first. Do you understand that what you were participating in was adultery? You were in a romantic relationship with a married man.
Of course I know that, but can you really blame me? I just happened to fall in love with someone married to someone else.
That's not the issue. Your adultery has led to me divorcing my husband. You're going to take responsibility for your part.
What do you mean? Do you want money or something?
You're a clever little thing, aren't you? You're aware that legally I'm entitled to receive damages from you. I want you to pay for what you've done.
Oh, okay. Well, how about 60,000?
60,000? My, that is a big number.
I have no idea how much people typically pay. But considering your situation, with you being a dried-up old hag about to get thrown away by her husband, I figured it's the least I could do for you, LMAO. Sure, I'll pay you 60,000. So divorce him already, okay?
My, oh my, aren't you a generous little girl? I want to get this over with as soon as possible, too, but are you sure you can pay $60,000?
Yeah, no problem. Sam's a CEO, isn't he? What's 60,000 to a guy like him? He loves me enough to pay 60,000 for me.
How lovely. Well, if that's what you're willing to pay, I'll accept your offer. You'll pay it in a lump sum, won't you? I'd rather not have the payments drag out over several years.
Yeah, that would suck. After we get married, I never want you to contact us again.
All right, then it's settled. A lump sum payment of $60,000. I'll have my lawyer draw up an agreement. Send it back as soon as you sign it. Once I get that, I'll divorce him right away.
Fine, I'll sign it as soon as I can. So hurry up and divorce him.
My pleasure. The agreement came in the mail yesterday, so I just went to the courthouse to finalize the divorce. As of today, we are officially no longer married.
Yes! It's about time. Now I can live with my rich husband in his huge mansion.
Congratulations. I wish you both the best.
Thanks a bunch. But what are you gonna do now? Now you're just an old woman who got thrown away by her husband. You better make that 60,000 last.
Oh, speaking of which, I had a question for you. Do you mind?
Another question? Sure, fine. You must be so lonely, getting divorced at your age, LMAO. So ask away, lonely old lady.
How nice of you to spare some time for me. I'd like to ask you, how are you planning to pay the $60,000? You said you were planning on getting Sam to pay it for you, but he's penniless.
What?
Sam doesn't have any savings or even any possessions of much value. And you don't seem rich. So I was wondering how you were going to pay.
What? Lol, what are you talking about? He's got that huge house and that awesome sports car. If he's in trouble, he can just sell one.
Both the house and the car are mine, though. They're not Sam's. So I wouldn't appreciate him trying to sell them.
Huh?
He's cheated on me 4 times before now. And every time he's transferred more property into my name.
What? He's had 4 affairs?
Oh, didn't he tell you? Well, I don't suppose he would he? You know how you messaged me gloating about your affair with my husband? That's actually the 5th time this has happened.
No way, you're lying. He said I was the only one.
I've threatened the other girls with lawsuits to make them break up. Or just told them about how he has no money, so they lose interest. And sometimes they just come to their senses when they think about how old he is. I mean, seriously? A girl in her 20s getting hit with a 5-figure lawsuit? And all she gets out of it is a 50-ish guy with no money? It's really not worth it when you think about it.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean he has no money?
I told you, you're his 5th mistress. Every time he cheated, he transferred some of his assets to me. The first time, he gave me his savings from when he was single. The second was all his gold and other valuables. The third time, it was his car and our savings since we've been married. And the 4th time, he put the house in my name. But he's still on the hook for all the loans. So, since we're divorced, what's he got left? His salary, minus the car and home loan payments. He's terrible with money, too. So he doesn't even have much in personal savings.
No, that can't be true.
It is. The savings he gave me for his 3rd mistress was all money I took out of his pay. He hasn't saved a dime on his own since that. The only reason we weren't out on the streets was because I handled his money for him.
Wait, then how am I gonna pay $60,000? I was gonna have Sam pay for it!
Yes, that's what I was trying to ask you earlier. Oh, and I won't let you split it up into monthly payments, so don't bother asking. You might just have to take out a loan. I honestly don't see how it's worth it to you. $60,000 for a guy who'll be a senior citizen when you're just turning 40? Your kid will be graduating high school and he'll be in a nursing home.
Okay, you know what? I've changed my mind. You can have him.
Sorry, I have a strict no returns policy. I expect the $60,000 to be wired by no later than this weekend. Good luck!
Hey, Clara! Why did you say to Judy? She's been messaging me for about an hour about the money.
Oh, she must mean the settlement for your affair. She said she'd pay me $60,000. I guess she was planning on you paying it for her. So I told you that you didn't have any assets. That's all.
You what? Wait, what do you mean I don't have any assets?
Oh, not you two. Come on. You gave them all to me as payment for your previous affairs, remember? Sure, I've let you keep using the car and living in this house. But they're mine, not yours.
Oh,
Oh, good grief, how did I put up with you for so long? Do you know the reason why I agreed to divorce you with just a division of assets? It's because you have nothing left for me to take from you.
hey, listen, Clara, I've been thinking. Can we talk this over one more time?
I have nothing to discuss with you anymore. Our divorce is finalized. You're nothing to me anymore. Shouldn't you be going to get married to Judy right now?
Clara, come on! $60,000? That's ridiculous!
She said she'd pay it. Signed an agreement and everything.
Why? Why is this happening to me?
I think you know why. Anyway, I'll leave you to figure out how to come up with the $60,000. I need to get ready for the big move. Our daughter and her husband said that I could come and live with them in France. So I decided to sell the house and car and move with them.
Huh? France? Wait, her husband? When did she get married?
Oh, yes, you didn't know, did you? She was studying in France around the time of your second affair. When the time came for the wedding, she explicitly refused to invite you. I believe her words were, "That man isn't my father." Oh, and your son is about to have a baby. But you didn't know that either, did you?
Nope.
You only have yourself to blame. Well, hopefully you do better with your child with Judy. Good luck and goodbye. Sam sent me messages periodically after that saying he wants to talk. But I ignored them all and eventually blocked his number. I sold the house and the car right away and stayed at a hotel for a while so I wouldn't have to see him. Sam and Judy had a huge fight over the $60,000 payment to me. Sam said he didn't want to pay it and tried to call off the wedding. So Judy stormed into his company office and exposed their affair. He lost the trust of his employees and even a few large clients. He would have been better off just paying the $60,000. The baby's about to be born. I wonder how they're going to get through this. Not that it's my concern anymore. Once I got my affairs in order, I headed over to France and started my new life with my daughter's family. It's difficult starting over in a foreign country, but I'm enjoying every day. I'm not hurting for money, so I think I'll treat myself to a nice dinner. 5 or 6 days a week.
I can't believe this. I thought I was seeing things. Was that really you, Kelly?
Excuse me? This can't be Jim. Or is it? I thought I blocked you. How'd you get my line ID?
Oh yeah, it's probably because I switched phones and got a new line ID.
I didn't expect a text from you, to be honest.
I guess the last time we talked was like 3 years ago. After our divorce, right? I really didn't expect to see you at my friend's wedding.
Are you here? Don't tell me you're here at the wedding reception right now.
There's only one wedding held at the hall right now, so I'm pretty sure it's one and the same. What a coincidence, huh? I divorced you because you wouldn't give me a kid, and then I run into my ex at my friend's wedding 3 years later. You can't make this stuff up. I was invited to the wedding by the groom. How about you?
On the bright side, we work at the same company.
Oh, so that means you work at Ace Trading. Wow, I didn't think you had it in you. That's a pretty good company, I hear.
Where I work has nothing to do with you. It's none of your business.
Well, that's where you're wrong. I'm married to your younger sister, Susan. How is that none of my business? We're family. She's been shunned by her folks and all her relatives. The least I can do for my dear wife is to convey to her that her big sister is alive and well.
Are you serious? You betray me and you have an affair with my little sister? You have no right to say that. And as for my baby sister, she betrayed me too. She had an adulterous affair with my ex-husband. Who can blame my folks for not wanting to do anything with her or to you? There's nothing we need to be ashamed of. I would really prefer that you not contact me anymore.
Oh, come on, Kelly, calm down. No need to get all high and mighty. It's my friend's wedding after all.
Then just stop sending me messages and stay out of my life!
That's what I'm talking about. That presumptuous attitude. I thought I just said let's not be rude and just calm down.
The wedding reception is getting started. Maybe you should concentrate on celebrating your friend's wedding.
Yeah, maybe you're right. See you around. Hey, Kelly, Jim here again. I forgot to tell you, but I'm a father now. Can you imagine? Man, if I'd stayed married to you, this would never have happened. A father. Unbelievable. And it's a boy. I have a son. You can imagine how my mother took it. She always wanted a boy. As someone to take over the family one of these days. You remember how she went on and on about it? She was praising Susan to the hilt. And going on about our boy being her first grandson. Susan and my mum get along so well. They are like the best of friends. If only you were able to have kids, my mum wouldn't have hated you so much. I actually feel for her. I mean, think about it. We couldn't have kids for 5 years. And mum waiting for her first grandson all those years, which you failed to provide. I can understand her animosity towards you. It sure was tough right after we divorced, what with that compensation I had to pay you. We had a hard time making ends meet for a while, but year after we split, my father inherited quite a bit after my grandfather died. Now we've got it made. No more money worries. In fact, we've got a pretty good life. What I'm trying to say is that after I dumped you, although it was tough the first year, we're now in easy mode, living the good life. Oh, and in comparison, well, what the hell happened to you, Kelly? Sorry, it's just that I feel so sorry for you. I mean, to be honest, you look dreadful. What happened to you? I took one look at you and I almost burst out laughing. I mean, I held back. Because I didn't want to be rude, you know. I mean, Kelly, really? What's with that tummy? How many rolls of fat are you hiding under that dress? Oh my god. It's only been like 3 years. You sure put plenty flesh on them bones. Oh, after I dumped you, you probably just let it all go. Is that it? Oh, I know, I shouldn't be laughing, but man, I can't get over it. Hey, are you seeing this? No response from you, even after all that, huh? Oh, I can see that your phone is sitting on the table. Pick it up for God's sake. Hey, Kelly. That guy you're sitting next to, what? Are you trying to pick the guy up or something? A little close for comfort. You do know who that guy is, right? He's the CEO of that media corporation. His company is all the rage now. I don't think it's a good idea to try seducing the guy, especially with that tummy. Oh, no use trying, Kelly. Extremely unlikely he would even give you the time of day. Oh, I suggest you go on a diet, then maybe try again. Looks like it's photo time with the bride and groom. Oh, let me give you a tip. Stop bothering the guy next to you and just concentrate on gobbling up that food in front of you. That's what you came here for in the first place, right? Hey, Kelly, Jimmy boy here again. Hey, why'd you get so fat anyway? Just curious. I want to take home some juicy bit of news to the wife and kid. They'll get a good laugh out of it. I bet you were so broken-hearted after divorcing me that you went into total despair, that all you could do was sit around and eat all day. That's it, isn't it? Oh.
You really don't give up, do you?
Hey, Kelly, finally decided to respond, huh?
I left it on the table on purpose. I thought it would be rude to be staring at the phone all day. Wanted to show a little respect, unlike some people I know. I just read over all your messages. What the hell is all this? This is a festive occasion. Why don't we stop with all this nonsense? I mean, why did you even come to this wedding? To tap away on your smartphone and make derogatory remarks to your ex-wife? Don't you have better things to do, for Pete's sake?
But I just couldn't help myself. I mean, look at you. How can I not make remarks? The huge belly.
Well, that tummy, it's that way because I'm pregnant. That's why.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, and also, that guy I was sitting next to? The guy you said I was sitting too close to and that I was trying to seduce or something? You know the guy you said who was the CEO of that media corporation? That's my husband. That's right, we're married.
A what? Your husband? You're pregnant? But how?
I don't plan on going to that after party, so I'm off.
Hey, wait a sec. Can you even have... I thought you couldn't have kids. Kelly, are you there? About my son, he's not my kid. A few years back, I caught Susan cheating with another guy. I thought it was all over, just thought it was a fling, but I got to thinking. Anyway, I did a DNA check and found out that he wasn't my kid. How did this even happen? I really don't need this in my life. I just confronted Susan about this, and after I confirmed her infidelity, I handed her the divorce papers, and now we're living apart. I'm at my parents' place. You remember the place we all lived together when we were married, right? The 2-apartment-style home. Well, I moved in with my folks, and Susan and that kid live next door. So what I have to do now is get that divorce through and kick Susan and the kid out of our home. Then I can move back into my own place. But, well, when all that is solved, Kelly, I want to... Well, wait a second. Maybe this is not the right time. I prefer that we wait. Wait until I'm in a better frame of mind. When all this emotional baggage is gone, and until then, I want you to be patient. Okay, Kelly? Kelly, you there? I did it. I divorced her. And I got a sizable amount of compensation out of her too. But she has no money to speak of, so it's just a pittance. Nevertheless, I took her for all she had. Emptied her savings account. Man, what a relief. Let's go on a honeymoon with this money. What do you say, Kelly? Like old times? This time we'll do it right. We'll try for that honeymoon baby. Now that you can have kids, anyway. What about it, Kelly? Sounds pretty good,
This is way too creepy for me. Would you stop contacting me?
Pardon me?
I was going to just ignore you, but you seemed like you were going to go on and on about it. So I thought I would put a stop to it once and for all. I should first mention, my husband is sitting right next to me. Just so you know before I continue.
Why is he there?
Now, why wouldn't I want my husband here? I don't keep secrets from him. I thought I told you this already, Jim. I remarried. And what's more, I'm pregnant with his child. I kinda remember someone chiding me about my big belly a couple of months ago. So, why the hell are you talking about getting back together with me? And about this so-called honeymoon? Have you gone totally bonkers?
But don't you think it's fate? I mean, we were made for each other.
What the hell are you even talking about?
We were reunited at my friend's wedding. I thought I'd never see you again, but there you were. I call that fate. That's where I learned you could actually actually have kids, that it was all a mistake. You don't call all this fate. Then I found out about Susan. All the pieces fell into place. I also learned that the kid wasn't mine. I would have ended up bringing up a totally unknown stranger. This whole affair, how everything sort of happened at once, all of it materializing in front of us. We were made to get back together, to be with one another. It was God's will. That's why we should be husband and wife again.
Jim, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Didn't you ever think that you were the problem? That you're infertile?
Wait, what? Me? Infertile? No way.
We were married for 5 years, and we couldn't have kids during that time. And after you married Susan, you guys tried for 3 years, right? But you were unsuccessful. So, that's like 8 years of trying. Kinda points to the obvious, don't you agree?
Yes, well, maybe, but how could I be, no, that can't be right.
This is just my opinion, but maybe you should see a doctor and get checked out. That's the only way to find out for sure. To be honest, I don't care what you do. It's none of my business whether you're fertile or not.
That doesn't mean,
We got a bit sidetracked, but listen to me, Jim, and listen good. I have no intention of getting back together with you, much less going on a honeymoon with you. Are you nuts? I am really mystified that you would want to get back together with me. I told you I was married and have a child on the way. Why the hell would you even think of rekindling this whole pathetic relationship?
well, that's because I found out you could have kids. That you were actually fertile, so you know.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record, for God's sake. I'm married, Jim. Hitched, united, and wedlocked. Join in holy matrimony. How many different ways do I have to keep saying this to you? I'm going to have a child with someone who is not you.
But we could still, you can give birth to that kid, get a divorce, transfer all rights to your husband. We can start anew.
Ugh, you're not serious.
Pretty good idea, huh? What do you say? Want to go for it?
I think you need to see a doctor, Jim. I don't think a guy like you should have kids, to be honest. You make no sense whatsoever. That's the craziest thing I ever heard.
Why would you say that? It's not crazy at all.
Wow, if you truly feel that way, God help us. You know what, Jim? I think it would be better for humanity if you stayed single for the rest of your life. Goodbye. My younger sister Susan and her son, she apparently contacted the real father, and he took the boy in and is now living with the guy's parents. That left my sister all alone. I never heard from her after that. As for my ex-husband, it seems he never took my advice to see that doctor about his infertility. Guess he wasn't ready to face reality. Probably never will. Last I heard, he and my ex-mother-in-law tried hooking Jim up to various girls, but eventually, their overzealous methods just turned people away until they were considered persona non grata. They were just creeped out by him. I also heard that my former in-laws eventually got divorced. What I heard was that Jim and his mother used up most of what his father received as his inheritance. He sued them later for like $60,000. Last I heard, Jim and his mom are working day and night to pay back the enormous debt that had accumulated.